everybody, Mike Pfeiffer with Pfeiffer Hobby Supply. Today we're going to do the ACT3 Update 32. Show you what I've been up to again, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay everybody, today I'm going to start out by just showing you where we're at with the scenery here. I know some of you have seen the how-to video on how I did the lighting up at the mine, or that includes the lighting at the mine, making the holes down through the foam and so forth. But now I'm putting it on video, update 32. So let me swing around here real slow and you can take a look at what we have. That's pretty much it for right now. Now, what I'll do is get into some minuscule things I have to do yet, and let me zoom in on something. Okay, one of the problems that I have right at the moment, and it's wet back there, I gotta just go ahead and stick my road back down. Every time I wet stuff back there, the glue wants to cut loose. So I've got a little touch-up to do along the road there, get the edge of the road stuck down. I did a little bit of weathering on the concrete wall back there. Oh, I think the concrete wall is new to you guys too. Let me back up just a little bit. Yeah, I made this concrete retaining wall. I think I said I was going to make this retaining wall. And it now exists. I have put just a few trees in here, and actually just a few small pine trees, because I'm trying to dwindle the pine trees down as I go down this way here. So I added a deciduous tree back there. It's supposed to be a cottonwood that is dying, or it's got some fungus, so it's two different colors. But I'm trying to wean myself down on trees going back to the tunnel. As you can see here in the foreground as well, this track in the foreground is all ballasted, back and meeting the other track on the siding there. And I have the track ballasted up at the mine, and I'm going to raise you up and show you that. Okay, if we look down on the track at the mine, you can see that I used the same Kato ballast, but I used a reddish pinkish color for the staining of the ballast. The camera doesn't pick it up too well, but it looks pretty good when you look at it from here. I thought it would be appropriate for the potash mine. And then you can see where it changes back, where it joins the main line, and you can see where the ballasting stops down there. So pretty much for now, that's about it. I've got, as you can see, if I scan back here, I've got a little bit of foliage in, some ground cover. There is definitely more detailing that can take place in there. I've got to put the automobiles back in. I don't have the tops of the rails cleaned on any of this because it's still a little bit damp. So I'll have to get to that. But now you see that I'm ballasted all the way down to the entrance, and scenic basically, all the way down to the entrance of the mini tunnel. So let me show you where we're going from here. Okay, we're kind of back to the nausea cam. I'm holding the camera again. When I went to ballast the track back here the other day, yesterday I guess it was, I realized, day before yesterday, I realized I didn't have the rail painted. So I went on a rail painting campaign. I was going to go down to over here where I ended the ballast. But then I thought to myself, well, that's kind of dumb. Why don't you just keep going? Because I had, ooh, look at all my junk. I had the rail painted all the way down to about here. So while I am still not done, I painted the rail all the way down here. I did not do the rails in this siding. Some of those were already painted a dark color. You can see that I have them all the way around the curve here, and actually through the double crossover to about the point where this caboose is, and then that train got in my way. So, and I was too lazy to move it. So, anyway, there again, I've painted rail, but I haven't cleaned the top of the rail yet. So, that's something that needs to be done. And let's see, what else have I done? I guess that's about it, other than a couple things to the fascia, which I'll show you here in a minute. Okay, I got energetic the other day. These tiles you'll remember from the other layout. I had them on the fascia of the other layout. Since the ACT is also called the Horny Toad Division, which the Horny Toad Division runs through Las Cruces here on the actual BNSF, or the Santa Fe used to call it Horny Toad Division. So therefore I have a Horny Toad. And gee, who would think that I would ever have a horny toad? Crazy. Okay, I also mounted this tile. And what it's just an Indian basket tile, and I just liked it, so I bought it. And it kind of goes with the southwestern theme that I'm looking for here, and it just kind of dresses up a little bit of the fascia. I like it, so that's all that counts. But what I didn't tell you when I was showing you the horny toad was these were stuck to the other layout, and when I pulled them off, the construction glue that I used was worked extremely well. It pulled the masonite right off, a layer of masonite right off, along with the paint and the adhesive. So I had to. I found that hot water on the back of this, on that construction adhesive, would allow me to peel the adhesive off with a putty knife. So that's what I wound up doing. I tried using some acetone on it. It was not very effective. But anyway, I wound up getting all the old stuff off the back, which allowed me to glue these back on. Let me go down here and show you the one last one. Okay, here's a shot down the layout, and you will recognize that railroad. And then down at the end, I stuck on my New Mexico Zia symbol. And I like them. You know, if I, when you look at the layout, it gives you something to look at besides just a bunch of flat stuff. So down through there, I've got a couple things on the fascia. Just gives you something to look at. I did wind up cleaning up some of Gavin's mess on the shelf down here. I've got a bunch of bags of ballast ready to go. And let me show you one more thing that I am planning on doing in the next day or two. Okay, there's not much I can do with this end piece right here. I kind of like having the access to those things there, and the little file cabinet with all my cards in them for the card system, and my stand for my iPad, which I don't hardly ever use, and my two heaters. I don't know why I have two. I only need one, and just some junk I'm trying to get rid of on Craigslist. But I did move the tool cabinet out of here because it was too wide, and it stuck out of the fascia right here. Now you can see I have a nice flat fascia. I'm going to try and put some of my skirting back on in this particular area here to clean this up a little bit. I also have bought another quart of semi-gloss black paint, and I'm going to repaint that wall. I think I'm also going to paint this white wall behind these cabinets here before I put the skirting up. I know I've got a bunch of junk on the floor here, but I moved the tool cabinet over here. It's not as handy, but I don't know what to do with it right at the moment. But I am going to try and put up most of my skirting here Did I say fascia before? I meant skirting, if I did. But anyway, put up some of my skirting. I need to put it on something to allow me to move it easier so that I can get into my drawers here if I need to. But once this wall down here is repainted in black and take it around here and put some skirting up, it'll really clean up this corner of the layout down here. Aside from that, not a whole lot happening in here. I took some pictures on the trestle there, and I took some pictures on the wood trestle up there that I'm sending in for the cover of the Microtrains product guide this year again. I did get a couple more model kits for those of you who are into model kits, but we won't go into that too much because I know this is railroad related. And really, I'm just going to kind of, you've seen it before, but I'm just going to kind of scan around here so you can see where the scenery goes now. I almost have all the scenery pretty much complete down to the tunnel portal down there. And let me tell you what I'm planning on working on next after the painting. I think what I'm going to tackle next is this riverbed. It's kind of been driving me crazy. This riverbed is way too deep. I'm going to have to fill it in with some plaster and stuff. Maybe slope it some. I'm not exactly sure. Got to build a small bridge. I think we talked about it before, or something down here. A little wood trestle or something right there where the river's going to go under. I may even do concrete sides on it. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do there. And I guess that's why I need to tackle it, because I got to get these bridge abutments in, and I got to get the lake connected up, get some territory built back in there. And so that may be the next thing I tackle. I don't know. We'll see. You know how model railroads are. We do it as we think we want to. And that's the beauty of it, actually. So I guess that's about it for today, gang. Okay, everybody. Hope you enjoyed Update 32. And as usual, thanks for watching.